How to identify a narcissist from a conversation. Have you ever experienced a situation where you engaged in a conversation, only to realize afterwards that the other person was not really paying attention to what you were saying? Perhaps you tried to share some of your own experiences or insights, but they kept redirecting the conversation back to themselves. If this scenario sounds familiar, you may have been conversing with a narcissist. Talking to someone who has narcissistic tendencies can be frustrating, bewildering, and even intimidating, especially if you are unaware of their condition. These individuals often dominate conversations with their own self-centered perspectives and fail to show interest in what others have to say. According to some studies, people with narcissistic traits may have grown up in households where they were treated as superior or neglected, or experienced emotional or physical abuse. The effects of such trauma may manifest in their conversational habits, if you pay close attention. To help you spot a narcissist during a conversation, here are some useful tips and techniques to keep in mind. You may be surprised to realize how many encounters you have had with narcissists without realizing it. 1. They make it clear they only associate with people of higher importance. It may seem uncommon, but many narcissists express their preference for socializing only with people of similar or higher status. You may find it surprising and wonder if anyone would actually say such things out loud. But in reality, a narcissist would. Because of their elevated sense of self-worth, narcissists often believe they should only associate with people who are as exceptional as they are. This behavior may manifest in ways that make you feel inferior and uncomfortable during conversations. The narcissist may say things that make you feel like you are not on their level, which can lead to hurt and embarrassment. These toxic dynamics are a clear indication of conversing with a narcissist, but victims may not realize it and allow themselves to be abused. If you feel like you are not good enough for the conversation, it is important to step back and reevaluate if it is worth the negative emotions you may experience afterward. In some cases, it may be impossible to avoid talking to a narcissistic family member or coworker. In those situations, it is crucial to establish boundaries. Narcissists always see themselves as better than everyone else in the room and will try to make others feel inferior. This is especially common in the workplace, where narcissistic colleagues may brag about their close relationship with the boss to intimidate their peers and make them feel unworthy. Narcissists will only spend time with supervisors and higher managers who can help them climb the corporate ladder. They will make it clear to their peers that they will not be on the same level for long and will soon be working for the narcissist. 2. Constant criticism of others. Frequent criticism of others is a strong indication that you are conversing with a narcissist. By nature, narcissistic individuals tend to be more negative and may speak poorly of others to boost their own ego. They may criticize the choices or appearance of those they are speaking with to feel superior. When confronted about their hurtful remarks, a narcissist will often respond that they are simply trying to be helpful or question why the victim is being overly sensitive. This tactic is known as gaslighting, where the narcissist turns the blame on the victim, making them question their own reality and sense of self. Gaslighting is a form of severe criticism because the narcissist is essentially telling the victim that they are not strong or intelligent enough to understand their own emotions and reality. When conversing with a narcissist, be cautious of stories about how they feel attacked or victimized by others, as these accounts may be exaggerated or entirely fabricated to make themselves appear better. Narcissists are known to embellish stories or lie to improve their own image. 3. They give unneeded advice. Narcissists often believe they are superior and more intelligent than others in the room, and they may offer unsolicited advice to others. Unfortunately, their advice is often unhelpful, and may even be intended to tear the other person down or prevent them from succeeding. Narcissists may feel threatened by others' success, and may give advice that ultimately backfires on the victim. Even though their advice is unlikely to be helpful, they will still offer it, apparently believing it will be beneficial. This can leave the victim feeling confused and flustered, and they may even go along with the bad advice. It's important to politely decline such advice and set boundaries if you believe you're dealing with a narcissist. Though they may want to appear helpful and intelligent, in reality they lack empathy and may not genuinely care about the other person or the situation. Unfortunately, many victims fall into the trap of following the narcissist's advice, only to find that it hurts or embarrasses them. Empathy is a crucial ingredient in helping others, but narcissists lack this important trait. 4. They always want to discuss themselves. It's natural for humans to be self-aware and take pleasure in talking about their interests and experiences. However, it's also important to recognize that others exist and to show concern for them. Narcissists, on the other hand, believe that everything revolves around them, and will always make the conversation about themselves, regardless of the topic or its significance. If you notice that someone you're speaking with shows no interest in what you have to say, doesn't ask questions, or fails to match your level of engagement, they may be a narcissist. Victims of abuse who have left a toxic environment may struggle to talk about themselves due to the prolonged periods of listening they endured. If you find yourself in a conversation with someone who shows little interest in your thoughts, dismisses your input, or shifts the topic abruptly, it's important to step back and remove yourself from the situation to avoid becoming a victim of their self-centered behavior. 5. They speak more than they listen. Communicating with a narcissist can be challenging, as they tend to dominate the conversation and prioritize their own voice over others. This behavior is rooted in their egotistical nature and desire for control. Interrupting and speaking over others can leave victims feeling powerless and unheard, especially if the conversation revolves solely around the narcissist's interests and experiences. It is important to pay attention to these patterns and use them as indicators of narcissistic behavior. If you feel like you are constantly listening and not given the opportunity to speak, you may be dealing with a narcissist. Additionally, a narcissist may disregard your boundaries and continue to bring up uncomfortable topics, despite being repeatedly told not to. They may even take pleasure in making you feel vulnerable or weak. In conversations with narcissists, their mouth tends to overshadow their ears. 6. They become sensitive if you don't agree with them. It is essential to note that individuals engaging in conversations usually respect and value differing opinions. However, narcissists do not conform to this norm. They believe they are superior and unmatched in intelligence, making it challenging for them to accept contrary views. If you express a disagreement with their opinions, they may become extremely touchy and exhibit narcissistic rage, which is typical of individuals with NPD. This may involve lashing out at the victim, creating a hostile environment, or pressuring the victim into changing their stance. Observing how someone handles diverse opinions is an excellent indicator of whether they may be a narcissist. In a narcissist's mind, it's always my way or the highway, and their sensitivity could trigger verbal or physical aggression or the silent treatment. After the disagreement, a narcissist may refuse to speak to the victim and use their body language to indicate they will only speak once the victim acknowledges their superiority. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new tips. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comments section down below, and feel free to stay safe and enjoy. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.